It's time for a 2-minute timeout with Joe Shuda.
Ed Flanagan had a 12-year career as a center of the National Football League for the Detroit Lions and the San Diego Chargers from 1965 to 1976. He played in 165 games, starting 164 of them. At the end of his career, he was asked to help out the LA Rams during their 1977 training camp, and his roommate was none other than the legendary Joe Namath. Flanagan relates another classic Joe Namath story.
So what had happened was my business, we bought a business in L.A. I was in the printing business. And Chuck Knox, who was my line coach in Detroit, became the head coach. And his center there, Saul, decided he wanted to go play with his brother in Maryland, or in Philadelphia. And so he left the team, and Knox said, listen, I need a center. And I said, well, I've retired, and, I really don't want to do it. And my partner said, go on up there, and the advertisement will help it. So I went up there, and who was my roommate? That's Joe Namath. And as the story goes, I had a van, and Joe wanted to use my van, and because he had a date, and he wanted to bring the date out. So I says, okay, and it was called a chuck wagon van. Back seat rolled down into a bed, and it had curtains. And so Joe had me make up the bed and everything. And I said, you got to use your pillows and sheets and everything. And he said, okay. And Joe took a young lady out in my van. And that was the story. And when I went to sell my van, I had two guys interested in it. And I happened to tell the story about Joe Namath and the van, and the guy gave me $400 extra for it.
I'm Joe Shuda with this 2-minute timeout.